Alright, we are continuing with Chapter 8 today. This is 8-2, Geometric Relationships. Here's the warm-up. Go ahead and just sketch the figure in your notes, and then answer the 5 warm-up questions. Press play when you're ready to correct. Our 3 points are P, Q, R. The line in this figure is QP or PQ. The plane needs to be named by 3 points that are not all collinear. So plane PQR. 3 rays are QP, PQ, and QR. And the 2 segments are QP and QR. Quite a few vocabulary words today. We're going to be going over all of these throughout this lesson. Parallel lines are lines in the same plane that never intersect. Their distance apart is always equal, forever in both directions. On this figure here, you'll see the 2 little red marks. Those 2 marks on these lines show that these lines are parallel. So you don't have to guess when you see a drawing like this and there's little marks like this. This means that you can assume that those lines are parallel. The way we, the symbol for that are these 2 lines right next to each other that look kind of like a long 11, and that says that line WX is parallel to line YZ. Right, perpendicular lines intersect to form 90-degree angles or right angles. Again, we would not just assume that when we see 2 lines intersected. We would be looking for that little symbol there, or if it said it was 90 degrees. So that symbol, that little square symbol in the corner there, shows that this angle is 90 degrees, which means that all 4 of the angles at that intersection are 90 degrees. And the way we write the symbol for that is an upside down T to show that perpendicular angle. So line RS is perpendicular to line TU. Skew lines are lines that lie in different planes. They are neither parallel nor intersecting. So line ML and line AB are skew lines. There's no symbol for that, so you would just write out that those 2 lines are skew. Alright, so we're going to be looking in this picture for parallel lines, and we see 4 different marks, but you'll notice that the bottom set of marks, all of the angles are not named, so we're not going to be naming those. So we're looking at the top set, and those are segments. They're not technically lines because they don't have arrows going forever in both directions. So these really are segments, not lines. I would say that segment AB is parallel to segment DC. Okay, and then we'll use that little symbol for parallel to show that those 2 line segments, these, according to this drawing, are not technically lines. Okay, perpendicular lines, so you're looking for your 90-degree angle here. So you're looking for line CD. CD is perpendicular to CE. So 2 lines may be perpendicular even though they don't appear to be perpendicular. The drawings aren't always perfect, so don't assume something is perpendicular if it looks that way. So you're always looking for those symbols. Always depend on the symbols. Even if it has the symbol and it still doesn't look 90 degrees to you, trust the symbol. Right, so we are looking for 2 skew lines. Remember, those are 2 lines in different planes that are not parallel. So two skew lines for this drawing are line AD and line CE. Okay, perpendicular lines. So again, you would be looking for that 90-degree angle. So you see that in a few different places. And one example of two perpendicular lines for this drawing are NP and PS. Another example is RS and ST. Okay, skew lines again are two lines that are not parallel and not in the same plane, I'm sorry. So we would say NP and QR or NP and ST. Parallel lines, again, we're looking for those little markings on the lines that show that they are parallel. So we have NR and PS. There are other lines here that are parallel as well, but not all of the angles, not all of the points are named. Those are the ones that you can name those, NR and PS. All right, parallel planes, similar to parallel lines, are planes that do not intersect. They're always equidistant from each other. Perpendicular planes are planes that intersect to form right angles. So we're looking for perpendicular planes. So we see that marking to show that there's a 90-degree angle at angle NPM. So we'll use that front triangle. Okay, that plane NPM or MNP. And that one is perpendicular to plane NPL. So that's that quadrilateral on the back. But remember, we only need to name 3 of the points on the plane. Okay, so now we're looking for parallel planes. And there's one set of parallel planes in this figure. And that's again that front side, the triangle, and then the back triangle. Those two are parallel to each other. And the way we know that is that those they're attached by 90-degree angles. So it appears to be plane NPM and plane JKL. We'll use that little parallel sign there. Okay, neither perpendicular nor parallel. So we know that perpendicular are, we named that front triangle on the back side. We know those are perpendicular. We know the two triangles are parallel. So we could think about that top quadrilateral and maybe the bottom quadrilateral. Those are neither perpendicular nor parallel. So we would name those planes M and J, so that top one, and MPL, that bottom one. We can go ahead and skip this example. Alright, so here's your lesson quiz. Just make a sketch of the drawing and answer these 3 questions. Press pause to finish this part of the lesson quiz, and then press play when you're ready for part 2. Alright, here's part 2. Again, just do your best to sketch the figure. I know sometimes these 3D figures are difficult to draw, but just do your best job and answer the questions. We'll be going over these in class.